She will be teaching us lamellar keratoplasty. All right.
Yes, thank you. A very good afternoon, children. So today's class is on lamellar keratoplasty. Yesterday, this patient came to me in my OPD. He had a corneal transplant 3 months back. Now has a pain. When I examined, I saw this. What is this line, children? Anybody? Oh, very good. Excellent. Chocolate for you. So it is an endothelial rejection line in penetrating keratoplasty placing. So last class we discussed PKP, right? Yes. What is the major drawback there? Rejection. Why? Because in PKP, it's like we are having a total new stranger and our body tends to fight with it. Whereas in a lamellar, because some amount of R tissue is left, that gives a familiarity, thus reducing rejection, children. So in PKP, where we remove all the layers, in lamellar keratoplasty, we remove only what is diseased. So it's like more preservation and targeted. Targeted how? Let's see. So when you have a cake, the top part of the cake is damaged. Don't throw. Just remove what is damaged. Keep the rest and add something at the top. Something like anterior keratoplasty, children. When the bottom part of the cake is damaged, don't throw. Remove the bottom part, add something at the bottom like posterior keratoplasty. Now let's see the classification. Here we have, where is the classification? Yes, here is the classification. Anterior, when the disease is limited to stroma, we have SALC, superficial anterior lamellar keratoplasty. Then we have DALC, deep anterior lamellar keratoplasty. Anterior means we have posterior. When the disease is limited to descendants and endothelium, here we have yet to come DSEC, that is descendant stripping endothelial keratoplasty. Then we have pre-descendant endothelial keratoplasty and DMEC, descendant membrane endothelial keratoplasty. Let's go to anterior first. In anterior, yes. In SALC, the tissue is opposed to cornea with help of a tissue glue like fibrin, whereas in DALC, as you can see, it is opposed with sutures. Let's see the SALC first. In SALC, as the name says, superficial, 100 to 200 microns of diseased stroma is replaced. It is done for superficial scars, herpetic scars, anterior corneal dystrophies like Rees-Butler and Panis. For all the sharp students, remember this is sharp, SALC for sharp. Now we have deep anterior lamellar keratoplasty, where 90 to 95% of diseased stroma is replaced. It is a star surgery for K. What is K here? What is this K? Yes, this K has to run, yes. So it is done for keratoconus, stromal scars, a large pterian degeneration, an anterior dystrophy and post-refractive ectasia, children. That is about anterior keratoplasty. Let's go to posterior. In posterior, the diseased descendant and the endothelium is removed. Then we put a graft, depending on whether it's a DSEC or DMEC. Here, the graft is taken, which is injected into the anterior chamber of the patient, which is then opposed to the cornea with the help of an air bubble. See? No sutures. Let's see DSEC first. So, DSE, that is deciment, the posterior stroma and the endothelium is replaced here. But why is this bee flying? This bee is telling me it is done for what? Bullous keratopathy, endothelial dystrophies like Ched and Fuchs, and endothelial failure, children. Simple. Let's see DMEC. There's no S, right? So would you remove the stroma? No. What is replaced? The deciments and the endothelium is replaced here. It is the best one. By best, remember, it is done for bullous keratopathy, endothelial dystrophies, secondary endothelial failures, and transplant failures. Yes. So when we are going thinner and thinner into tissue, what is getting less? The rejection. The rejection has been, yes, it is coming from 28% to 1.7%, and the healing time has been decreasing from, see, it's getting from months and years to weeks, and the visual recovery is more than 90% in DMEC, children. So this was an overview and indication of the class. The surgeries, the complications, we'll discuss in next class. But wait, I have something else. See, we are in an era of regeneration, children, and this is the best week to discuss this. You know why? On November 2025, the first 3D printed endothelial transplant has been successfully done in Yes, Israel. And CECs, what next? Go home, come back. Let's discuss in next class.
Okay, students, you have understood everything, Tushar?
Yes, very nicely understood. How to, you said so many surgeries, madam, anterior lamellar. So how to decide which surgery would be the best for the patient?
Yes, that's a very good question. That is why we had that cake analogy, right? Depending on where the pathology is, like in case of keratoconus, when the stroma and all is there and where you have the endothelium is normal, why do you need to remove it? Why do you go for posterior? We can just do a DALC. But where, say in case of Fuchs, so in Fuchs, where the endothelium is damaged, why do you have to remove, or should we go for anteriorly? So here we'll go for DSEC or DMEC.
No, I meant you said so many anterior lamellar keratoplasty, superficial, deep, all those things. So how do I decide whether it needs superficial, deep, or which type of anterior lamellar keratoplasty is required?
In deep, like in superficial scars in degenerations all, where you know that almost 100 to 200 microns is only involved, we can do an ASOCT and we'll confirm it, then I can go for superficial. When I know that it is more deeper, that a superficial won't heal, I'll go for DALC. Coming to DSEC and DMEC, DSEC, as you have heard, the stroma, we're also removing the stroma, right? So, I'll just do extra bunny points here. So in DMEC, the graft is very thin. You have heard about dancing DMEC, no? When you put a graft, it's not stable. It needs an expertise to decide on what, like for going for DMEC. But DSEC has a small learning curve. So because it has a stroma, it has a stability. When you inject, it perfectly fits there. I once read in a journal that when Germans were asked that, like in posterior, what is better, DSEC or DMEC? They said, why is there a doubt? Because they are all going for DMEC. There is no second question there. So depending on where it is, that one will decide. And how we know and how much the one is comfortable doing the surgery.
So you don't need the endothelium in the anterior keratoplasty?
And no, anterior would be done when the endothelium is intact.
No, I was talking about the donor then. The endothelium is not required there.
No.
Okay.
Is there?
Teacher, I heard of Dua layer. What's that?
See, that is the sign of an intelligent student. I said PDEC, but I didn't say in the class, right? Yes, this PDEC, you all miss. No, she didn't miss. Very good. Very good student. Okay, that's a chocolate for you. So, this PDEC is pre-Descendens endothelial keratoplasty, which is also known by Dua. Yes, that is also called Professor Dua's endothelial keratoplasty. Very good, huh? That is done. This is actually started by Anwar et al. In 2014. So here we are using we are also keeping the Dua's layer here. PPP, it's like PDEC, Professor Dua, and it is done in pediatric cases where the DM is fragile and all, and where the anterior chamber is not stable, then for PDEC. I kept it for next class, but very happy that you asked. Round
Teacher.
Professor Vaishna?
Yes,
Thank you, teacher.
Let's have your poll.
love to hear.